just my quick little spiel at the start for everyone. You are having to watch this on if you are watching this on YouTube, just as the recording. If you do enjoy it, please do drop a like on there for me, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed as well, please. And if you do have the ability, do drop a comment on there. All the interaction, all that stuff, is just really good for the algorithm and things, and hopefully boosts me up to more people that like the same stuff as you. That's my little spiel there, so that's all that. And yeah, just getting cracking on then. Yeah, you may have noticed that we're in the $16.50 at 40 big blinds at this time, and you must be thinking, Dan, what's going on? Well, it's because I'm English and we've time travelled. So we've got I think it's only PokerStars that does it. Yeah, it seems to be only PokerStars that has this week. So for a week, so for the next 2 days, maybe Sunday as well, I will be an hour behind schedule or ahead. I don't know what the maths is. We've gone an hour backwards, and some countries don't do that this week. Some do it next week, I think. So there's a period of like a week, it might be even 2 weeks, where PokerStars' schedule is off by an hour for me, which is, you know, whatever. But it only seems to be PokerStars and none of the other ones, so, you know. Actually, I take that back. I think Poker King is also the same deal. So I think it's something to do with America's clocks, which, you know, is fine. It just means that I register this one a bit later into it. But it does mean that some of the ones that we play might finish a bit earlier for me, which feels pretty reasonable. So yeah, everyone, do let me know how you've been getting on, how you've been performing, if you've been playing. How was your Sundays, if you were grinding on Sunday? Do let me know. I'm having that issue with Poker King today, so I probably won't be able to show you as much as I want to on there, but we'll see how we get on. I've done a bit more study, a bit more population analysis stuff. Did some more blind versus blind things as well. So altogether feeling pretty ready for the day. Middle pair, no backdoors. Do block king queen, queen jack. I think we're still going to be checking here though. Queen X is quite good for impositions, range, flatting stuff. Apparently. Wouldn't be surprised if we see an old lead. Yeah. Do I even want to continue here? You know what? I don't think I do. I don't think I do. Just gonna make a fold. So we've currently flopped a full house. I think we plays check still. I mean, I don't really see what Do you want to start betting now? Probably. We kind of want to get raises from, you know, like diamonds or whatever. Yeah, so if they've got diamonds, I guess we're sort of like attacking diamonds here. So I guess we go pretty big. I think 75 is fine. I mean, they can have pocket fives. They can have queens sometimes, I think, but... I think it was like a 6 big blind jam or something. Don't think we get away from that one. But yeah, just to go through some population stuff. If we're in early position and we get raised by big blind, we actually should just be fold. According to population stuff, we might actually just be folding jacks, which is pretty wild. But just apparently it's just not that great. People's 3-bet from the big blind is just really strong, like all the time. So yeah, we can just start folding stuff like jacks, which is, it's going to be tough for me to do. It's going to be very tough for me to do to start with, I think. But we'll try. I mean, if population is so tight that flattened jacks versus a big blind 3-bet is wanting to fold, then maybe just need to reframe it in my mind or something. I don't know. But yeah, just bear with me, everyone. I am just getting registered into everything that we've got. What do we do on this board? How much do we get from a queen? Do we just go super duper milky small? Go on then, baby Dawn. Again, I play baby Dawn a lot, so you know, we'll mix it up sometimes. Like, I've got quite a lot of hands on them. At the end of the day, they do play kind of passive. Not incredibly passive, but a bit. I am tempted just to rip sixes here, to be honest. 20, nah, maybe not for 22. Don't think it would be too bad. jams from them. Gonna be lots of stuff that we flip with. It's gonna have the lower pairs in as well, so I actually think we do call this. Yeah, that sucks. It's always a 6 when there's a 9 though. Wow, what turn of events. Yeah, I mean, I think they're still gonna be jamming 5s, 4s, 3s, deuces. There's loads of flips as well. So yeah, I don't think I mind at this stage going for a bit more of a high variance thing. Obviously don't mind when I'm going to bink a full house on the turn after they turn a straight. Of course. The J Dizzlers. What we're going to do with the J Dizzlers here. I mean, honestly, I think versus... we can just jam. We can induce as well, I think. I play Bocker quite a lot. I mean, I think we might just jam still. We get called by flush draws, I think. We block Queen Jack pretty heavily. And then we just get some folds from Ace 10, just all that sort of stuff. I think when the SPR is that low, like a reasonable second pair, when we don't block the draws, is all right to get in there. We will review that one though. Oh, I'm not going to be able to review that now, I don't think. I should have marked it beforehand. But yeah, blind versus blind. Just been looking at a bit more of that stuff. I did a whole seminar on it. So yeah, I'm hopefully going to be able to implement some stuff. And talk about it. But yeah, our blind versus blind, small blind versus big blind, in particular, very polarized. Very polarized stuff. So yeah, from 60 big blinds. Weirdly, there's a lot of two street polarization lines to take. So yeah, I'll see if we can get any of these. We're just gonna be jamming. I know I'm very good at running into stuff. But just a population thing is people aren't calling off correctly. They're calling off too tight. So, whilst I'm on a bit of a streak of running into big hands a lot, we still just have to be jamming, like even a bit wider than, you know, jamming like the complete range of jamming stuff. Just because people aren't calling off properly. If people are calling off too tightly, then we print from jamming more, and then because we're not going to actually run into top of the range, well, we shouldn't run into top of the range all that frequently, but you know, I do end up running into it sometimes. This is very, very weird of a spot already. So we opened 5, 6, which I think might be a little bit loose, but we do cover these two. I don't actually know what we want to do here. We'd probably just call here. Or do we just jam? Middle pair and an open ender. Maybe we just jam. I mean, it's just interesting that someone isn't squeeze jamming 4s off of like 30 bigs there. So yeah, it wasn't really a hand that I was expecting to... I wasn't expecting to see a set there. I thought maybe 2 pair or something. Maybe just some random 7x. I did not envision them being as strong as that. It works out for them. I think even there though, we still got like reasonable equity to do that with, but it's not going to be one we're going to be able to solve though, I don't think. 4 ways, not easily anyway. So yeah, a bit of a shame in the 1650, but all good, all good. I just kind of felt like we had a decent amount for 30 bigs to get in middle pair with an open ender. I can't imagine it being that bad. You know, like if a 4-liner comes out, we don't get much action. Against most stuff, we're doing alright. I mean, even against bottom set there, we're still doing alright with the open ender. Not doing incredibly well. But yeah, a bit tired today, everyone. Just to let you know, not completely sure why. I think I might just woken up a bit too early, you know. My partner's lovely and makes me a coffee and brings it to me. I feel like I could have had a couple extra Z's in there, you know. So yeah, because we're an hour ahead as well, it does look like I'm going to be able to register to a few of the bounty builders that are later on. Like the $11 and stuff. So, yeah. And again, we're playing some $2 and stuff, just for volume's sakes, you know, just to get volume in. As I've mentioned before, because I'm backed by standard backing, there is a minimum game requirement that they have, which is 300 tournaments a month to play. So yeah, we're just trying to... During the week, I'll just have ones that I have to just jump into to get the volume up. Flipping. I feel like we're gonna hold this one, you know. Oh, just have all of it then, do you? Just have all of it. I think we just jam, don't we? This is a slow roll, is it? Fold. I mean, I hope it's a slow roll. It'd be hilarious. Here's an ace. Ace. You don't deserve it after that. Funny stuff though. So we opened, they made the flat, we've checked called. I don't think we get to fold just yet. We're gonna have to fold though on the river. I just can't imagine them tripling off without an ace here when I've opened from this position. Or like an ace or a set or something, you know. But unfortunately, we just got baited by the board with the gut shot there. I think we still have to call. Right, let's get registered into the 1650 and the full foldy. I think we're just jamming. Jam. And over here, we're going to jam this as well. It's basically like 20 big blind effective. So we're just going to play it as a jam most of the time. Well, pretty much all the time, I think, for this. Especially if people are over folding and not calling off properly. We should be jamming. 10. Where's my 10? There it is. I fancy just saying, where's my 10 and it come. That is quite magical. Where's my 10? But yeah, you know what? I do like the days when I feel like this sort of level of tired, because I kind of feel like I'm baked or something, which is, you know, it gives me like that loosey-goosey sort of sensation. I don't know why Elena's 19 years is not marked as reg. I play them so much. I must have like 1 million hands on them as well. Yeah, 2,500, almost two. Well, now it's 2,600 hands on them. They're a tight reg, if you want to know. They are very tight, but when they do play hands, they've got it. We can interpret their statistics from the stats that we've got on them. So yeah, they for me they play 18% of hands VPIP. 12 of them are RFIs, and when they do play a hand, their aggression thing is 6.8, which is pretty high, so they've just got strong stuff when they play. I think it's reasonable, it's very reasonable though to play like that, according to the population stuff that I've been going through. It's just very reasonable to play tighter, and as I say, like over folding to 3 bets, and then just not call it, just not bluff catching really, unless you're in versus late position, or yeah, late position or small blind versus big blind. It seems to be the only time you really want to be doing bluff catches, unless you know that the person's capable. Like, of course, the regs are going to be capable of some bluffs. But yeah, for example, like Elena, 19 years here, like I can't actually imagine from their statistics. They just seem to, they're just very tight and then aggressive when they play hands. So they must just have like a decent selection of good stuff. A lot, I think. Waffling or waffling on, but you know, you get top tips, eh? I mean, I'm gonna have such a heavy amount of ace-X here, aren't I? I do believe we are going to get jammed on sometimes with flush draws, some straight draws out there as well. Now we're just going to shut down. So you'll be pleased to know as well, everyone, we will be listening to some spooky Halloween instrumental hip-hop at some point. So we get into the spooky season. So we'll get some of that cracking. Don't you worry. Poker, poker, poker. Don't we just love poker? Just love it. Absolutely love it. God, no, don't love all these short stacks not ripping into me though. We're gonna open this as well. Like everyone's basically just got shove or fold stacks, haven't they? Really, so. We are just going to move over here. We are still going to jam this. Wow. Well, I'm not the biggest fan, but there's literally 3 bounties up for grabs. So how do I not jam it in when there's 3 bounties up for grabs? If they fall, this would be incredible. 9. Oh! The Jack 4 2 pair on the turn and just bink a fucking 9 on the river. Just to crack aces as well. King 9's blocking a 9, so there's a 2 outer. Unbelievable stuff. Bounties are so silly, aren't they? Would be interesting just to run that one, you know, just run that one through. We know we're pretty much at the start of the tournament, so we know that. So I've marked it. So I will go through that just to see. I can't imagine us not going for it with ace 10 there. I don't think for 3 bounties. We also have to take into account, like, if they're 62.5 big blinds and they're a starting stack, who's on 20? Like 25 was like the max, wasn't it? 25. It was like 2,000 chips. So it was just too much. Just too much for us not to go for, I don't think. Very nice. It's very, very nice bit of variance on our side. So yeah, it's going to be a 4 coffee day, but I've only recently had my other coffee, so not just yet for me. But yeah, as I say, we will probably jump into the Bounty Builder 11 and the Bounty Builder $3.30 that start at 3:30 today, because the eliminator for me is at 2:30 when it's normally 3:30. So yeah, bit extra bit of volume for us. Unbelievable bit of good fortune though, isn't it, that? Again, I don't take it for granted. Do not take the stuff for granted. And all you YouTube lurkers, if that has to be thumbs up worthy, right? That has to be worthy of a thumbs up from you lot. But please do, if you are watching over on YouTube, if you are enjoying the stream, as I say, I'm not forcing you to do a thumbs up if you don't like it. I would question why you're still watching me if you don't like it, but yeah, it would help me out if you could pop a like on there on the video on YouTube. What it does is YouTube, when you like it, I think it takes into account what you like normally, and then people that like the stuff that you like normally then potentially get recommended my stuff, because if you like it, then other people that like your stuff then get recommended. EDGZJRAO, what does that mean? LDR, what does that mean? Wash hands. Well, anyway, LDR, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Right. So like, because I have YouTube chat on my OBS thing, I don't get the emojis. I can see them on the chat, on my actual stream image thing, but in the YouTube chat it just says : wash hands, : wash hands. And then it just says : takeout, : takeout. So I don't actually like, initially it just doesn't make any sense to me, but then I just have to remember what it is, don't I? So we're just gonna rip this one for this, unless they're limping aces. It's gonna be aces, isn't it? No! I mean, we did block aces. But yeah, altogether, last session on Sunday, we had a pretty decent day altogether. Ended up making about $400, which was good. So yeah, I just made the flat against this player. If you are new to this stream, My tags are red for if you're a bit wacky, like a bit of a maniac. I mean, they can have some 7x, but I'm not completely sure. I think we're just going to go for some value now, though. Right, it's pretty good. I think they're going to bet this ace like 1,000,000% of the time. So I think we can check raise this one pretty nicely. I mean, unless they've got a 7x. But I feel like if you did have 7x at this stack depth, you probably would want to raise, wouldn't you? Do you think we can go more than this? I think I might be a little bit greedy and go for like 25. Bit too greedy, I think, from me. Just a bit too greedy. Maybe I should have gone 3, maybe 3.5 or 4. Went for like 6, 6 times the wager. But then also we did block, and I think they were just going to bluff at it anyway. So. Right, so because population seemed to overfold to squeeze as 3 bets and stuff, I squeezed this hand, and they both call. I didn't think, you know, it's never locked to standard backer, so they're gonna defend properly. But I'm surprised that they both call from a squeeze. We're gonna check though. Honestly, I think we just check jam, depending on what never locked does. Like, we just got to run it with a flush draw, I think. Yeah, and I think we just have to jam it in, I think. I mean, I feel like 10-9 is quite the call off. They must have had a read on this player being a bit wacky. I mean, the corner squeeze at 8-6 suited, so it's a bit wacky, isn't it? But yeah, I just don't know, like, once we do squeeze and then the SPR is like not that much. I think we do just have to get it in with the flush draw and run it. But yeah, I feel like we're going to get into some gross spots sometimes, but yeah, we just call. That's less than starting stack, and there's another bounty in play as well, basically. No spades. Can never ever hold on with these flush draws, it seems. It's a really sad one to lose when you hit the 2 pair as well, isn't it? But it is what it is. It is what it is. Just be jamming. We're nowhere near the money yet, really. Like, still 40 off. So we'll just jam. Jam. I mean, we don't want the big blind to wake up with something here. Bong, 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 bong. I think we just jam this as well. I know something like King 5 would, so I guess King 3 is a bit more marginal because we do kind of want them to have like some random 3x hands, which we do block. But I think suited King's still just absolutely fine, just to rip it. Again, population is overfolding and not calling off properly, so... So if that's the case... And yeah, if you are watching on YouTube and you're not subscribed, that would help me out quite a lot. Just so you know, if you again, only if you're enjoying the stuff. No pressure if you're not enjoying any of the stuff. But yeah, to even have a sniff of a chance of being able to get my streams monetized on YouTube, I have to reach 500 subscribers. So it's quite a big one, quite a big task, but yeah, if you do have the ability and you are enjoying and you do want to keep up with my journey, then please do. Please do. So they limped and then folded to the jam, which is blowing my mind. We're just going to re-jam over the top. They're going to trap sometimes. It's absolutely short. But I just think in theory this would just be jamming, I think. And then whatever they call with, most of the time we're going to be okay. Like deuces, we're okay against deuces. Like luckily we hit the queen to take them out. You know, I think like this. I feel like theory would say they should still call stuff like King 10 suited. I mean, even if they had like Ace King that they were trapping, we'd do all right against that. So. So we open from under the gun. We bet pot on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna bet pot again. I'm gonna have loads of overpairs and shit. We block ace 5 as well. And then check. I think they could have some overpairs. So I don't think we go for 3 streets when I've bet pot all the way. But that was pretty ideal. We got a decent amount of value from Jack 8. I don't know if they'll call Jack 8 on the river, so I don't think we really miss out that much. Cool. I'm doing alright. doing all right with some of these all wins today. What do you reckon, everyone? Do you reckon this is a reasonable jam? Do you think? Do you think this is dead money? We need to know. We need to think whether or not this is dead money or not. I mean, that's good. It's a good result. God, poker's pretty easy, isn't it, when you just keep flopping stuff? So I think their 4s, their 7s and shit would just want to rip pre-flop. I'd be surprised if they've got 4s or 7s, like a set here. I think if, I don't know, I just feel like all the stuff that I'm actually targeting here, I'm beating. Oh, they've got kings, ace. Fair enough. I think that's just a bit of a setup, really. I'm not really gonna fold, am I? I like their flat though. Gets me to get it in. Probably not gonna get it in if they rip pre-flop. So at this stack depth, we can still just play like we're playing a regular tournament, I think, if I remember correctly. We don't need to be like flatting everything all the time. I feel like we need to go for 2 barrels. You know, if they've got something like 8s, 9s, 10s, we just need to fold them out, don't we? We re-entered the $11 PKO that I won last week. We lost. We had a set versus an open ender that turned top pair in a flush draw on the turn. So we had a set of 5s and we got it on the flop. And they had an open ender with a backdoor flush, and then ended up hitting the straight, I think. So this one, yeah, same sort of thing. Queen X, we'll just jam. And again, if population is overfolding, then that prints a bit more. So I checked this one back on the flop. Kind of feel like I want to raise in position. Not the best scenario, but it is King Jack offsuit, and that is the best hand that's ever been. So we're not too scared because, you know, as I say, King Jack offsuit is just unreal. But we lost to King Jack. It's quite surprising. Quite surprising. It was just blind versus blind. Then I had pocket 6s. They had about 25 big blinds, just under. So I jammed. And they had ace 10 offsuit and called it off, which I think is pretty reasonable for him to call off. I bet it didn't feel fantastic for them. So yeah, we can check this one back sometimes. So we will. A bit in pot. I mean, I feel like we have to bluff catch this one. We don't block any diamonds. We block some made straights. We don't block. I mean, we do block. We do block that hand. Fair play. Just pot and pot as well. We're top 2. Oh, we should get called. If they fold, this is gonna blow my mind. Oh, that is a good flop for them, isn't it? The Kongs, they've let us down. that flop. I don't think that flop could have really been much better for them, really, could it? We will call. I'm just going to move it over though, because this one might be a bit of a bigger pot. So I squeezed with this hand. We checked back. And everyone folds. So back to this one. They check this back. So we're going to just block, I think. I think if they jam, they're going to have a better ace. Hey, Carol. Good luck today, man. Nice run on the Sunday, by the way. Watched it yesterday. Oh, thank you very much, Carol. Yeah, it felt nice having a Sunday that was, you know, like it was reasonably pleasurable of a day. Really nice to have satellited into the Sunday Million and get like a decent run going as well. Always feels pretty good. Especially because they did actually give me just a buy-in to it. But because I saw it too late, that email, I was already playing the satellite. So it kind of worked out really well. Because, yeah, I didn't have to use a $109 buy-in. That obviously would then be more to get back. So, yeah, altogether, I think pretty reasonable. You know, 2 final tables. Yeah, can't complain. Cannot complain. So just to tell you what I just did there. So they were in the button. So I checked and they checked, and I think when they check, they just cap themselves. They just don't have anything. So the turn comes and we picked up a gut shot. So I just overbet because I'm gonna have a lot of ace-x there. So when they cap themselves, we can then just hammer it. So yeah, just be mindful of stuff like that when people cap themselves, because you know I was getting a bit annoyed by myself for capping myself the other day, blind versus blind. Right, I'm getting weird. I'm clicking because we're gonna get it in with this person anyway. So I don't think it really matters what the action is. I think this looks unbelievably strong as well. Like, and I do block aces and kings. Queen Jack, and he gets them to just rip it in with Queen Jack, which I think is a pretty good result. That is a pretty good result if I get him to rip it in with that. I was not expecting that at all. That seems like a bit of a punt. So yeah, as I say, I will try and touch on some of the blind versus blind stuff that I have been learning. But yeah, just some surprising things. So I went through a seminar with, I'm gonna blank on his name. Bear with me, I will find his name. Martin Chat. He's one of the CNC coaches. He's number 2 in Belgium's all-time money list. So he's pretty fucking good. His Hendon Mob says he's got over $7 million in live tournament winnings and over $2 million in online tournament winnings. So, yeah, pretty good. We can all say, can't we? I think fair assessment of that player if they're making that sort of cash playing cards. So they're probably going to be pretty good. So yeah, I did a seminar with them. I actually had it for a while. Like I get loads of the seminars and then do them whenever I feel like it. And yeah, it was just going through some blind versus blind stuff. So we're going to start off with a C-bet, especially with the out of the back door things. King X is also just very good for us, which they should recognise. But yeah, so there's just quite a few spots, blind versus blind, where you're basically just wanting to overbet, like geometric, which means you want to bet the same amount twice on both streets and get it in on the turn. So there's lots of spots like that, and it's a bit more polarized. So there's lots of checking, and then there's lots of checking and lots of big betting. So it just splits, and it just doesn't seem to be like that much small betting in a lot of scenarios. But yeah, there's just loads of instances where if you've got like king queen and the board is 10 high, you want to overbet that by like 133%. This is at 60 big blinds, by the way. We called a 3-bet, and we're just going to jam it in on this flop. Jam it in and run it. But yeah, there's just like a lot of instances where, yeah, say you've got king queen and it's 10 high. You want to bet. Oh my god, we're just 3-bet and this is the flop. We're going to be betting very large. It's going to be very polarized, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Clicking. God, I do like this clicking business, you know. I don't know how I balance it with anything apart from the nuts, though. But I just don't think it really matters at some of these games. But yeah, sorry to keep going off topic. But yes, so King Queen on a 10 high board. Apparently there's a lot of instances where you want to bet you want to bet like 133 or whatever, and then if you hit something on the turn, then you want to bet 133 then as well and just get it in. Where are we? 57. I mean, we could still just call call. And yeah, I mean, they're gonna have better king X sometimes, but I mean the SPR is pretty low. I mean, I guess we're gonna just jam, to be honest. The SPR is so low here. God, all the action's happening on Poker King, so I do apologise that I can't just show you any because there's that weird glitch. I think we can check back sometimes with jacks here. It's a bit like, I don't know how much 6x they have right now, but they probably still have quite a bit. And I think we just benefit from them like betting at us, especially if they're gonna bet with bluffs. I don't really know. I feel like we want to raise this. I feel like if I had a diamond in my jacks there, then we could call a bit more comfortably. But I think when they bet that amount, when they... I just feel like when they bet that amount, we want to get more value with our hand. And this is stuff that I haven't been doing, so I'm trying to implement it a bit more. It's worked out for me in a couple of tournaments that I'm playing right now on Poker King, but we're currently second of 119 in $16.50. Hello, ladies. Hello there, ladies. Getting away with everything today, it seems. Just gonna bet 55 with 7-6 of hearts on that board and just get it through. We will take it. Rock your body, my chick 1 2. Also, I've been thinking a lot about when I check raise and just not continuing on stuff. Like up here, I just did a check raise from the small blind because I cover. I'm gonna have a lot of this stuff in here, but we check raised this one. I mean, we could have just check called as well, but I decided to check raise because, like any spade, I can carry on going with. A 10, I could probably go out with. I think there's just a lot of things that I could just go with, and then once the king of diamonds comes, it just really just stops, doesn't it? We just stop in our tracks. So we're going goosey, extra goosey. Really want some ketamine. God, I used to love ketamine. I haven't done ketamine for a while, you know. That is quite the good time. Like a brain reset. It's fantastic stuff. If you're ever feeling low, no, I shouldn't promote ket. I mean, for some people, it's really good. Works really good for my. If I've ever been about, I don't really get bouts of being like down or anything anymore, but that's because I'm not having to mask all the time and all that. So not having to mask when you've got neurodivergent brain is the key to not feeling anxious and down, just so you're aware. And that, unfortunately, for some people, means that you need to not be in situations all the time, but they're quite hard for a lot of neurodivergent people to stay away from, because you know, people do need to work and that. That's why I think all people that have ADHD or autism or something should just play cards. I think they all should. Just play cards. You're at home, you're chilling, you're playing a game for money. You can get good at it. It's it's like rewarding as well, because when you do get better, most of the time you get rewarded for it. Like I mean, we do know that you don't as well, but there is like a good curve. We will be jamming for this. Easy peasy jam. 9 on the flop. 9 on the turn. Where's the 9? Come on now. It's running so bad. So yeah, I think they're gonna trap me sometimes with a check back, but I think we're a bit too deep for that. So now that they have check back again, I think we can just blast. I mean, that is kind of the card I was bluffing that I had. What do you have there? I mean, flat and jacks versus my... Seems a bit tight, you know. Flat jacks there versus my what? Low jack or high jack open. Wimp. So big bets on this one, I think. It's probably... I can't imagine this being the best card in the world. I guess I'm going to check this one now. Then we just check call. I think just gonna fold it, you know. As we always say, half pots is value, isn't it? Like 1,000,000% of the time. We'll just fold. I think we're just jamming this. This was multi-way. I didn't squeeze pre-flop, so we just called. We check called the flop, they folded. But I think here we just jam. 2 pair. We beat king, queen, queen, jack right now. Bluffs that I would have there, probably like king, queen, king of diamonds. Probably lots of semi-bluff sort of stuff, really. Semi-bluff sort of stuff. Oh, well, I'm out of the $11 PKO on Poker King. We just jammed on the button versus the cutoff. We had like 25 bigs or something. We jammed kings. The small blind woke up with ace queen suited and turned the flush. Even though we even blocked the flush. We even blocked the flush. So this went check, check. And again, I think when it goes check, check and then they don't lead, unless they trap sometimes, like we can just go for big bets there, just jam it in. But we're also just balancing it by jamming in, you know, some draws. There's loads of stuff. Kind of feel like I want to check raise this one because we open from under the gun. So when we check here, we're still uncapped because we will check quite a lot of stuff, I think. So yeah, if Ketamine wants to, then we can check raise this because I think this will make a nice check raise. A gut shot, a backdoor flush draw. We also have all over pairs in our range. We have all sets in our range here as well. And then, you know, like at the end of the day, if Ketamine just rips it in, then we can just get away from it pretty easy peasy. Get out of there. Get out of there. We actually hit the 8, man. It's pretty savage. I don't actually know what we do now, though. Just jam. Get out of there, Ketamine. Oh my god, what on earth, man. Don't be a fat cooler. Oh, you have to get a gut shot, don't you? Thank goodness. What an unbelievable pot, man. What? Just gonna rip 70 big blinds and I'm just gonna have aces there. God, it does happen sometimes then, eh? Sometimes we do have it as well. Oh, am I going on a heater, team? Am I going on a heater? I just cannot believe I just have aces and they just jam like 70 bigs. Pretty ridiculous. I can't believe that spot. That's the spots that I'm always annoyed about. It's like, oh yeah, just got aces in the big blinds, top of range. Fancy jamming 71 bigs and getting snapped off though. That is so unfortunate for them. Pretty ridiculous stuff. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna make a coffee as well. So I will be back very shortly after I play his hand. It's going to be way more their board than mine, I think. So we'll be checking this one back. I would check back A7 offsuit. I would check back. I'm never going to have pocket fives here, though. I'd check back aces. I'd check back kings. And then we just rip it in. Very tempted. Yeah, if it's 2 o'clock, I'll make coffee. Last one of the day. I'll be back very shortly, everyone. Morning, Zephian. Probably won't be around. Gonna leave the stream. Oh, thank you very much, mate. That really does mean a lot, you know, that you do that. Get me average viewership up. Thank you very much, Zephian. Hope you're all good as well, if you're still around. Right, so if you just want to know, I've just had a message back from Pavel, our head coach, because I was just going through some of the population stuff that he did last year. Well, not last year, but January. And I just said, is it still going to be relevant, like learning the stuff now? And he was like, yeah. He just said he's done it three years in a row, and the only thing that changes year by year are people's opens. People just get a little bit more aggressive with their opens. So I called a 3-bet. And I check raised really small because they bet the board really small, the flop really small. So I check raised. And we actually pick up the king. I don't know. I think actually we should probably carry on. But I think they're gonna have some king X here as well. So we call. And then I think we just bet like this sort of amount. The reason why I'm thinking this sort of amount is if they've got aces, they're probably going to still call. If they've got tens, they're probably going to still call. They might jam it in as well, but I don't think they're going to call like all of it. God, we are getting some nice... we are just running pretty nicely, aren't we? Runouts doing us favors today. Just, you know, some days it's got to happen, hasn't it? Obviously gonna raise, call it off. But again, people are just overfold into 3-bets, so do we want to squeeze this one? Probably. Fold to a 4-bet. Close. Very, very close. Am I priced in to call this? I just don't feel like I want to call this at this stage. How can it ever... I mean, why are they not bloody marked as a reg either? I mean, I wanted to fold, so I don't mind sitting out like, you know what I mean? Yeah, also a tight knit, but aggressive when they actually play. Actually, not even that aggressive, you know, when they play a hand. But they play 19% VPIP with 13% RFI. It's a bit passive, quite tight. 7.9% VPIP, 3-bet, so not as high as you like ideal. But then, do you need to be? We will just rip this. Oh, do we flat because of them? Yeah, we're gonna have to flat because of them, I think. Oh, you are doing everything I wanted and more. Come on, nines. Hold. Diamonds. That's a nice pot. Nice pot for us there. So this was multi-way. They bet on the flop, and now they're sizing up on the turn, which I think they should do. Kind of feel like we should just click, but then we're going to get jammed on sometimes. Maybe we just have to call. It's quite dicey. You know, they can have nines, they can have sevens, they can have deuces. They have lots of four houses, so I think we just snap it off. Ah, interesting. Gonna go big bet then. I think flushes and full houses are gonna go big. If they jam, we'll probably still have to call here, to be honest. Boom. Valia. King Kongs, no diamond. I mean, they did everything they could. They did everything they could. Just hang around like a fish. It's going to be squeezed. Squeezed by me. Again, as I say, population just folds too much, man. So all of these suited connectors, if you're playing the same level games, just start betting them. 3-betting them. Don't call, just 3-bet them. We're opening up pretty loose here against this player. We're just going to give up now. Actually, do we give up here? Because I feel like most of their flush draws would actually want to jam. You'd think. Feels like value to me. If it's not, it's fair play. Kiko! What's up, mate? You came 5th in the Venom. You came 5th at the 66 Venom. That is sick. Sounds like a gross cooler though. Unfortunate. How much did you get, man? I think we're just gonna rip this one. Should get called off pretty wide. I don't know what this should be. That's unfortunate. Well, we don't know if it is yet. Not running very well on the 22 recently, but it is what it is. I think I still like the jam there. Squeezed jam. I think I like it. What do I do in this spot? I guess flats. I mean, I'm not happy about it, you know. Yeah, of course you're gonna do that, mate. Easy game. Just 3-bet. It's all pre-flop, isn't it? It seems like just anything that's suited and connected, just 3-bet. Squeeze. Bear with me, everyone. I think my computer's having a bit of a fit. I'm just trying to shark scope somebody that's called me down with 4th pair after I triple barreled blind versus blind. I think we can actually squeeze this one as well. We'll try it. Again, as I say, people are over folding, especially when they're out of position. So we'll try it. You know, something like King 4 is like reasonable as well. Like we either just take it down here, like then and there. We get jammed on, we fold. Which I don't really expect us to get jammed on by this player. So we're going to bet this one, I think. Or do we check this? I mean, King's just so good for our range that I think we just have to bet. Yes, Kiko. Is that your biggest score? That's your biggest score, isn't it? Yes, mate. Love to hear it, man. GG's to you. Disgusting way to go out, though, but GG's. Good game, good game. Love to hear it. Right. Honestly tempted to click this, you know, because it'll freak them out if they've got like ace king. Alrighty, mate. Alrighty. So this player led from the big blind on this board, which I think is very reasonable by them. So they're gonna have quite a few straights here, I think. So I think we do get to go big. They're gonna have a lot of 8x. They're gonna have a lot of like deuces. They're gonna have a lot of 2 pairs and stuff. So yeah, I think we still get to go like pretty reasonable size here. Yeah, Kiko as well. Apologies for my audience participation yesterday. For some reason, when I try and watch a stream where someone's streaming and I'm trying to do my bets and things, my computer just has the connection seems to go really, even though my connection's supposed to be like pretty strong, it just goes really bad. So yeah, apologies if I missed some stuff that you said yesterday, but yeah, my connection just does not like watching someone live stream and do other stuff at the same time, so Yo, Jack, how are you getting on, mate? How is your situation? We're just flatten. When we're this short, we don't have to rip it in. We can just see. Speaking of ripping it in, though. King. Could have gone for a royal there. Could have. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Kiko absolutely raking it in. Kiko, how many players were there? How many did you outlast to come 5th? Alright, Eliminator's just popped up as well, everyone. I'm gonna be all in on this one. Fucking hell, what a run out, eh? Right, it's gonna be us, this one, isn't it? You'd presume. I mean, I did not mean to do that. I thought I jammed it all in. Oh, that's looking pretty nice for us, like. Dodge the Kong. Beautiful 2-outer for us there. Cool. Hey, these people not fucking jamming when they've got like no big blinds with pocket pairs and then flopping a set when I flop top pair. Quite mad. Maddening. It cannot be good. Oh, we're being limp jammed on, but we've got King Jack offsuit. They've got 6-9, right? Do not beat me with that. Thank you very much. Do people just rip 6-9 in for like a laugh or something? I mean, I'm here for it if people are, you know what I mean? But it's pretty silly. Thought this was an 18+ game, all these children about. King 7 suited, probably going to be a jam. Easy double up for us, this one. Easy peasy. Spade. It's not what I had in mind. GG's. GG's. Thanks, Kiko. Good luck to you as well, mate. Not that you need it. Absolute luck box. Absolute luck box over there. Save some cash for the rest of us, mate. Whew, bloody hell, getting warm now, you know. Temperature's weird this time of year. I am wearing a coat inside though. Everyone's limping, so I'm gonna limp as well, I guess. God, even the short stack limps. That's interesting. Oh, that's such a bad board, man. That is worst case scenario, isn't it, for two jacks? They're gonna jam as well. I don't know what to do. Just gonna jam King 8 suited. I think this makes an alright jam. fold, mate. Just fold, mate. Don't need to call me. Ace 4 offsuit. Fuck me. Fuck me, mate. Ace 4 offsuit for what? Livid. I'm livid. I mean, I guess they are ahead of quite a few things that I would jam, but they're incredibly in bad shape against any of my Ace-X jams, pretty much, aren't they? I feel like Ace 4 offsuit's a bit loose at that stage, but it's a $2 tournament. What we're gonna say, eh? I mean, clicking seems to be working for me today, so we're gonna click. Pretty rubbish run out though. Any other card, we just Snapchat back. This card, they just lead because they've got loads of Jack X here, I think. I mean, they could have already had us dead anyway, to be honest. Yeah. Good stuff. I mean, I gave them a good price to come along there. You know, at the end of the day, we're not going to hit a 9 there all that often, are they? If you've noticed though, Kiko, they are experimenting with the structures, because I think they are trying to make them a bit faster. Some of them they are making a bit faster, like 2 hours. I think also you have to take into account that on ACR they do have like decent levels, like 10-minute levels and stuff. And like lots of other sites, we're talking like 7, 8, or whatever. God, it's a big old grind for a Monday, isn't it? It's a big old Monday grind. Close. Very, very close. Very close indeed. Oh, get out of there. King. Queen. That is pretty sick cooler at this stage. Pretty sick. What can you do though, eh? What can you actually do? Nothing, so we can't be sad. I'm always going broke there. Luckily I still have some chips. Feels very funny to fold ace 10 there, but I mean, they helped us out quite well there, didn't they? Thank you very much, mate. See, I don't approve of that. You shouldn't call people idiots even when they've done something idiotic. Because we need them in the game doing that stuff. They just always have it in the big blind, don't they? They just always have it. Righty-roo, off we go. Ace for me. Queen? Jack, queen, ace? Very, very, very close. GG's. Just a sick cooler. Queens versus kings, wasn't it? What can you do, eh? What can you do? Nothing. That's the thing. Can't do anything about it. I do want to squeeze this. I don't know at this stack depth, to be honest. I don't really want to flat though either. Maybe we bump it up quite large versus these late positions. They're gonna find it pretty tough to continue with a lot of things. This should be more them than us. Pocket 7s, 5, 6, 7, 6. I know it's pretty heavily blocked, but yeah, they should definitely have more of it than I do. Nice that we've got the ace of clubs though. Alright mate, you have it, whatever. This one was multi-way. They bet the flop and we called. For this price, we are not going anywhere. I'd have preferred a club, to be perfectly honest with you. What a wimp. What an absolute wimp. Yeah, I'm feeling more aggressive today as well, Kiko. Just in the mood to do some raising. Right, so we made the flat versus under the gun, and this is happening. You know, I mean, I'm gonna call with like just one ace of spades. So I mean, it kind of looks, does definitely look a bit strong. Just have the king of spades, mate. wow, 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 wow. Alright, so I decided to flat here. I don't really know why. I just feel as though, you know, if the board comes something like this, they're just going to probably keep going with it, you know? Like this, sizing up here. Honestly, I think we can just jam. They're going to call us with, like, kings, like some sort of king X. Yes, they have king jack sometimes. But honestly, I feel like they will call us here. That sucks. I mean, either way, we were losing there, weren't we? So, whatever. GG's. We were going to get 2 outed. I was either going to jam that pre and get snapped off and lose, or we were going to get it all in at some point and lose. So, a cold deck, one would say. Bear with. That's the one. You have more aspects than me. What aspects? What do you mean? What do you mean, Kiko? You have more specs. What specs? Specs? What are you on about? What are specs? Alright, bear with me. I am just going to head to the toilet. Be back very shortly. Sometimes I surprise myself. English is a ridiculous language, so. But if I heard the word specs, that to me means spectacles, which is glasses, like glasses. Or if someone said specs, it would be like specifications. So like my computer specifications. But yeah, I'd never use it for viewers. Very true indeed. Alright, bear with me then, I'm just gonna have to check YouTube now, so. What on earth is this size? From everyone. Like we have